It was the golf match we've all been waiting for. Tom Brady and Phil Mickelson taking on Peyton Manning and Tiger Woods in the Champions for Charity match. I'm Sierra Goodwill here with Evan Lazar. We're not going to talk about golf in this video. We're going to talk about Brady's comments while he was playing golf because I love that they were all mic'd up. I love anytime we can get kind of behind the scenes chatter with such great competitors. But one interesting thing that we heard from Brady was that he cringes the Eagles' Super Bowl loss. Were you surprised to hear that?
No, I think he hates every single loss that he's ever had in his career, especially the Super Bowls. I mean, I'm sure that they all sting for all of us, and I'm sure that that one stings even more for Tom Brady to throw for over 500 yards in the Super Bowl and lose. I mean, that is tough pill to swallow to a backup quarterback, as Peyton Manning really jabbed a couple of times about. I think it was a lot of fun, though, the golf match in general. I was actually pretty surprised at how much I enjoyed watching it. I really wasn't looking forward to it or didn't have any expectations with it whatsoever. The trash talk in the beginning was good, but I actually enjoyed watching the competitiveness ramp up towards the end, especially out of Tom Brady, because he wasn't really particularly playing very well early on. To see him kind of flip that switch was very, very Brady-esque, and it was just a lot of fun to see those guys go to toe-to-toe.
Charles Barkley should have known not to chirp Brady so hard, and then he hits that crazy shot. That was awesome. But this brought up a question. Should Brady really be harping on that Eagles Super Bowl loss more than his other Super Bowl losses? Because obviously the 2 to Eli Manning probably hurt pretty bad, especially with the acrobatic helmet catch situation. But it seems like the Eagles just stings a little worse. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think it's two things. One, first of all, I personally would have thought that he would have said the 19-0 Super Bowl is the one that he'll never forget and never get over. So maybe he didn't have an opportunity to say that, and that's why he was talking about the Eagles one. That one's got to sting more than the Eagles one. I'm sorry, it just has to. But I think the two reasons why the Eagles one stings the most or stings a lot, is because one, like I was saying earlier, he played extremely well in that game. In the two Giants Super Bowls, he didn't really play like his typical Tom Brady self, and he was a little bit off in those two games, whereas with the Eagles one, the offense was absolutely on fire. It never punted the entire time, and the only time they lost possession was obviously the fumble, the strip sack that Brady had at the end of the game. So he played lights out. He played as good as he possibly could have, and the team still lost. So I think that really sticks with him. I think also the second thing is that really, to me, that was sort of the beginning of the end of his Patriots tenure. And maybe that's standing out to him a lot right now because of the situation that we're in with him moving on to Tampa Bay. The Patriots players, and Brady amongst them, never really felt like they got a true explanation as to why Malcolm Butler didn't play in that Super Bowl. Bill Belichick kind of has given the reasons of, he wasn't practicing the way that they needed him to, and he wasn't practicing at a full capacity, and they prepared all week for him not to be in the game plan and for him not to be out there. But I think that Brady saw at halftime that this team was just getting exposed defensively, and for there never to be an adjustment, it was personal. Something personal clearly had to have happened between Belichick and Butler to lead us to this point. So I think that Brady was very upset. I know he was very upset, dejected, honestly, about that whole Super Bowl situation, losing that Super Bowl, then not getting the explanation that he wanted out of the Malcolm Butler situation. And I look at the next year, the 2018 year, and the Super Bowl victory that they had that year. That was almost, I don't want to call it luck because it wasn't luck, but it was a flash in the pan. I don't think anybody truly expected them to win. I don't think that team really was what they expected to end up happening, was they were going to flip the switch late and go on this run. I don't think they ever foresaw that happening. So that was a lucky win. That was sort of like an icing on top of everything for them in 2018. And I truly feel like 2017 was really where the relationship started to deteriorate a little bit.
Well, this Patriots Press Pass has been brought to you by Awaken 180. Get simple and sustainable weight loss at awaken180weightloss.com. And for all the rest of our Patriots coverage, check it out on our website at clnsmedia.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Patriots Press Pass.